The end. Dedicated to Gene Spiegel Howard, who loved Christmas the most. This film has been described by Descriptive Video Service, a division of the Media Access Group at WGBH, with funding by the U.S. Department of Education. Described by Paula Broussard, Matthew Lane, and Carrie Dennehy. Read by Miles Neff. Remaining opening titles. Casting by Jane Jenkins, CSA, and Janet Hershenson, CSA. Music composed by James Horner. Music supervisor Bonnie Greenberg. Special makeup effects by Rick Baker. Costumes designed by Rita Ryak. Associate producers Aldrich Laoli Porter, Louisa Velez, and David Womark. Edited by Dan Hanley and Mike Hill. Production designer Michael Korenblitt. Director of photography Don Peterman, ASC. Executive producer Todd Hallowell. Produced by Brian Grazer and Ron Howard. Based on the book by Dr. Seuss. Screenplay by Jeffrey Price and Peter S. Seaman. Directed by Ron Howard. Credits roll. Unit Production Manager David Womark. First Assistant Director Aldrich Laoli Porter. Second Assistant Director David Hyman. Visual Effects Supervisor Kevin Mack. Visual Effects Producer Kurt Williams. Associate Producer Linda Fields Hill. Where Are You Christmas? Written by James Horner, Will Jennings, and Mariah Carey. Performed by Faith Hill. Happy Hula Days. How I Love Hula Day Shopping. Hubilation. Come, Come All Ye Who's. Music by James Horner. Lyrics by Cynthia Weil. Christmas, Why Can't I Find You? Music by James Horner. Lyric by Will Jennings. Performed by Taylor Momsen. Jim Carrey as Grinch. Taylor Momsen as Cindy Lou Who. Kelly as Max. Jeffrey Tambor as Mayhew. Christine Baranski as Martha May Huvier. Bill Irwin as Lulu Who. Molly Shannon as Betty Lou Who. Clint Howard as Hubris. Josh Ryan Evans as 8-year-old Grinch. Mindy Sterling as Clarnella. Rachel Winfrey as Rose. Rance Howard as Elderly Timekeeper. Jeremy Howard as Drew Lou Who. TJ Thyan as Stu Lou Who. Lacey Cole as Christina Hooterberry. Nadja Pianilla as Junie. Jim Meskimen as Officer Houlihan. Michael Dolan as Customer. David Costabile as Biker Who. Mary Stein as Miss Roo Who. James Ritz as Crazy Mose. Deep Roy as Post Office Clerk. Jessica Sarah as Sophie. Mason Lucero as Who Boy. Ben Bookbinder as 8-year-old May Who. Michela Gallo as Schoolgirl. Landry Albright as 8-year-old Martha. Reed Kirkenbauer as 8-year-old Hubris. Shoppers, Rebecca Chase, Suzanne Krull, Steve Kahila, Lilius White, Rain Pryor, John Alexander. Kevin Isola as Tree Trimmer. Gavin Grazer as Yodeler. Walter Franks as Clerk. Vern J. Troyer as Band Member. Clay Martinez as Cook. Koryanka Kilcher as Little Choir Member. Reed Kirkenbauer as Kid. Carolyn Williams as Tiny Who Woman. John Short as Tiny Who Man. Granger Esch as Near Miss Who. Eva Berkeley as Pudding Chef. Puppeteers, Rick Baker, Bill Sturgeon, Mark Satrakian, Jurgen Hyman, Tim Blaney. Bryce Howard as Surprised Who. Charles Crofwell as Balloon Who. Frank Welker as voice of Max the Dog. Anthony Hopkins as narrator. Associate costume designer, Daniel Orlandi. Costume supervisor, Dan Bronson. Grinch costumer, David Page. Makeup department head, Tony G. Jim Carrey's makeup applied by Kazuhiro Tsuji. Dog ear technician, Frank Rydberg. Key teeth technician, Yoichi Art Sakamoto. Special effects contact lenses, Doctors Greenspoon, Silver, and Sumner. Key hairstylist and design, Gail Ryan. Key hairstylist, Patty Miller. Sinovation Studios, Dentures, Yoichi Art Sakamoto. Glenn Griffin, Chad Waters. Specialty costume, Bette Isley. Assistant to Rick Baker, Heidi J. Holliger. Additional visual effects supervisor, Kurt Williams. Special visual effects and digital animation by Digital Domain, Venice, California. Additional visual effects by Rhythm and Hughes. Additional visual effects by Centropolis Effects, LLC. Grinch's Heart and Map Animation, Spaff Animation, Inc., Virtual Magic. Music editors, Joey Rand, Jim Hendrickson, John LaSalandra. Orchestra conducted by James Horner. Score recorded and mixed by Simon Rhodes. Orchestrations, Randy Kerber, J.A.C. Redford.
It's a lonely Christmas.
Soundtrack on Interscope Records, Green Christmas, written by Stephen Page and Ed Robertson. Performed by Bare Naked Ladies. Perfect Christmas Night, written by Paul O'Neill, Robert Kinkle, and John Oliva. Performed by Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
At least it's only once a year.
Christmas in Whoville, written by David Foster, Steve Kipner, and Jeanette Castillo, performed by Christe Collins. Better Do It Right, written by Greg Camp, performed by Smash Mouth. Christmas Dreaming, written by I Found God, performed by I Found God. Christmas of Love, written by Rick Chertoff, David Foreman, and Rob Hyman, performed by Little Isidore and the Inquisitors. Chariots of Fire, written by Vangelis. You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, written by Theodore S. Geisel and Albert Haig, performed by Jim Carrey. Christmas is Going to the Dogs, written by E, performed by Eels. Lonely Christmas Eve, written, produced, and performed by Ben Folds. Welcome Christmas, written by Theodore S. Geisel and Albert Haig. American Humane Association monitored the animal action. No animal was harmed. Scenes appearing to place animals in jeopardy were simulated. Copyright 2000, Looney Productions, GmbH and Company, KG, all rights reserved. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, The Grinch, and Dr. Seuss characters trademarked and copyright Dr. Seuss Enterprises, LP, in association with Looney Productions, GmbH and Company, KG. The characters and events depicted in this photo play are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. This motion picture is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability and criminal prosecution. This motion picture has been rated PG-13. Parents strongly cautioned. Some material may be inappropriate for children under